Today we're talking about 5 hidden habits secretly wrecking your microbiome. Some of these things are things that a lot of people do and even think they're healthy, but actually don't support the gut at all. I'm a certified gut wellness coach, and what I'm sharing today comes from years of research, my training, and my experience with myself and clients. If you've ever felt bloated, off, or stuck, despite trying to eat well and take good care of yourself, this video will help you connect some dots. I'm sharing what I personally experienced, what didn't work for my microbiome, and what I had to shift in order to feel better. Now, I am a certified gut wellness coach, but remember, everyone is different, and the things that I'm talking about today may or may not fit with your unique situation. I always encourage everyone to do your own research and always check with your trusted medical professional before making any changes. Habit number 1 is eating whole grains that are not soaked or fermented. This one surprises a lot of people because we hear everywhere that whole grains are always a win. Whenever I eat whole grains that are not soaked or sprouted or fermented, it makes them harder for my gut to handle, and I can really tell by how I feel. For me, this showed up as gut irritation and not feeling good after meals. I can even tell a difference in my skin. Even though these foods were what a lot of people would think were healthy, my digestion did not feel good with them. Once I learned about traditional preparation methods and started choosing sourdough and soaked and sprouted and fermented grains, my gut felt noticeably better. So if this resonates with you, just start small. Start by swapping one grain for a fermented or sourdough option and see how you feel. And if you'd like to learn how to support your gut with the most important foods and habits, make sure to check out my Gut Wellness Getting Started guide. It's completely free and it's linked down in the description for you. Habit number 2 is not eating enough healthy fats. And this can be sneaky because even if we know that healthy fats are good, sometimes we are not eating enough of them, and it can be a hidden habit. For a lot of my life, I was not eating enough butter and tallow and traditional fats like that really help support digestion and lots of other body systems. Without enough fat, meals don't feel as grounded or satisfying, my energy dips, and my digestion feels off. Adding more healthy fats help me feel more stable and supported after meals instead of feeling so hungry soon after. Healthy fats like this are also super important for the liver, and I definitely experienced this. It's really important to not try to overhaul everything at once. Just start adding a little bit more butter or tallow to meals every day, increasing the amount slowly, and see how your body responds. And make sure to keep watching because I think habits 4 and 5 are really going to surprise you because a lot of people don't know that these are actually connected to the microbiome. Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what's been your biggest takeaway so far. Did any of this surprise you? Also, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to supporting gut wellness? Leave me a comment and let me know. Habit number 3 doesn't have to do with food, but it is not getting enough sleep. And this one is so easy to overlook, but it makes a huge difference. And for some people, this is the missing piece. So I have definitely been guilty at times of not prioritizing sleep when I'm already trying to support my gut in other ways. For me, whenever sleep is inconsistent or too short, my digestion feels it. I notice my digestion being slower, feeling off, and just being less resilient overall. Sleep gives my body the space that it needs to reset and supports my microbiome naturally. So if this is something that you struggle with, start by protecting bedtime just a little bit more. Even small improvements in sleep can go a long ways in supporting gut balance. And if you're in a situation where sleep is very difficult, there are definitely things that you can do to help. One of these is starting by resetting your circadian rhythms. Get up at the same time every morning. Sometime between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. is ideal. Get outside, get morning sunlight. That really helps reset your sleep patterns. And it's hard to do at first if you feel like you're not sleeping enough at night, you don't want to get up on time, but just start doing it and it really helps reset those rhythms in the best way. And if you are looking for help finding the best foods that support gut wellness from the inside out, be sure to check out my free nutrient-dense shopping guide, and it's linked down in the description for you. Habit number 4 is one that I've mentioned in other videos, but it's so easy to overlook and it's so easy to not know that this is actually connected to the microbiome and it is not getting outside enough. And this one feels almost too simple, but it really matters more than I expected. I've definitely been guilty of going through times where I spend way too much time indoors, disconnected from fresh air and sunlight. But once I started being consistent with this and started getting outside on a regular basis, I noticed improvements. Even if it was just a short time outside every day, I noticed better sleep, better feeling digestion, and a calmer feeling overall in my body. Did you know that staying indoors too much signals to the nervous system that we're actually hiding and in danger? And it's a big signal for stress? Spending time outdoors really helps to regulate my rhythm, and it calms my nervous system, which in turn supports my gut wellness without needing to feel like I'm doing something more. So I encourage you, try stepping outside once or twice a day. A short walk or even a little sunlight break can go a long ways. And keep watching, because I'm pretty sure you've never heard about how this next habit can actually derail everything that you're trying to do and make it so much harder. The final habit wasn't about food at all, it was about awareness. Habit number 5 is ignoring how my body actually felt without realizing it. I would push through cravings, digestive symptoms, and fatigue instead of stopping to listen to what my body was telling me. Now, in our society, we are really conditioned to ignore what the body is telling us and to just push through and kind of do what we think is the best thing, but this can be a huge mistake. Subconscious habits like this and constant pushing can keep the body in survival mode, which doesn't support digestion or the microbiome. When I slowed down and paid attention, my gut responded. Cravings are the way the body communicates needs, and learning to listen to my body helped me really understand what my body was asking for. So over time, as adults, we learn to ignore what our bodies are saying, but learning to listen again is powerful. But it doesn't need to feel overwhelming. Just start noticing patterns, and that's a powerful first step. So if any of these habits sound familiar to you, good job for listening to your body. And remember that microbiome support isn't all about perfection. It's about gentle shifts that add up over time. Start with just one small change and give your body time to respond. Make sure to head on down to the description and grab your free Gut Wellness Getting Started guide, as well as your free Nutrient-Dense Foods shopping guide. Now that you know about the 5 hidden habits secretly wrecking your microbiome, you might be wondering, what is one of the best homemade probiotic foods that I could start making and giving to my gut? But how do you do that? It all starts by watching this video next here, because when you pair what you learn in this video with what you just learned here, it's so much more powerful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.